The one thing that really stands out for Zhiyun lights is the fan performance, more precisely how quiet most of these lights are. And so is the Zhiyun Molus G200. It has a fantastic cooling system for the cope and the controller that allows to deliver high power output while still remaining super quiet. Now it's time to do some tests. It's actually interesting, now the light has been on for a while at 100%, and still by standing next to it, I can hear other light fixtures being louder than the G200. And by other fixtures, I mean, there's like two Forza 60Bs and the Field World FL 225B. But I don't think it actually could mess up any shoots. Like for example, if I would do talking head here with no additional post-production effects. This is me talking to the camera. Do you hear any noise? Well, do you hear the noise of the G200? Probably now you do. So it makes some sound, but I don't think it would bother me, especially like with this amount of brightness. Let's check if we do it like on some 50%. It's really quiet. The other lights are much more louder than this. Oh, that's pretty cool. Like that's a thing Zhiyun has done like in the past with these other lights they had before, is super low fan noise, and that's just amazing for the size of the light. And as I mentioned before, the Molus G200 consists basically of the cob itself and the fan. And since we're talking about the fan noise, the one thing what remains is to see how loud it gets on 300 watts. But we're gonna wait for a couple of minutes for the fixture to really heat up, so we would actually know how loud it gets. So now the Molus G200 has been going for a while on maximum like 300 watts. And now you can really start to hear the fan, and it probably could impact the sound quality while doing like an interview or something like that. But that's just like when you're standing really next to it. But you wouldn't have the person talking to the camera like standing next to 300 watts of light coming into their face. Like, I mean, now the light is bounced off and it still produces so much light. So this is how much sound it produces when I'm like standing this close with no extra post-production sound effects, the actual sound. Yeah. I think it's not bad. I think it's not bad at all. And if I step, oh yeah, and the cooler, it's like you barely can hear that. And in terms of the heat, I would say that the fans are doing really good job, because you can feel like there is some heat produced, but it's like still cool enough to put like my hands around it. As for the controller, that's pretty cool. Here's a fun fact. Now when the light is on 5%, you can see that the fan is spinning, then it stops spinning, then it spins again. Plus, like, it can't be heard at all. So this is a nice feature, that the fan reacts to the heat and figures out how fast does it have to spin to cool the light down. Since there is so little fan noise for these lights, I think they would be a great solution for live streams, interviews, and other recordings. But fan noise is not the only factor to consider when purchasing lights. So watch this video next, where I compare light output of the Molus G200 with another 200 watt light. Smash that like button if you found this video helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.